vibration.
What's up, everybody? It's Bearded Buddha. This is WAVEpodcast. Actually, this is WAVEpodcast Presents-WAVEcast. Yes, WAVEcast is the title of this show from now on. That's just going to be the solo stuff with me, Bearded Buddha, just talking to y'all, and just short little 30-minute episodes so we could just sit down, talk, geek out, talk about some shit, and go on. So look forward to stuff with my friends and other people coming up in the near future. Promise. Okay. But anyways, this is episode 3. Don't have a title for it yet. So just episode 3. Thank you if you have listened to both 1 and 2. That is much appreciated. I appreciate the feedback and the support that I've been getting from friends, family, and even strangers, honestly. So that's really encouraging, and it's motivating me to keep doing what I gotta do. And also, showing me what, I need to fix, work on, and it's allowing me to become comfortable, behind the mic and everything, because that can be a little nerve-wracking. I'm actually recording this one standing up. I got a little setup here going on. I'm going to try that out and see how that sounds and how that feels. So who knows, wish me luck. Anyways, it's the first day of March. I hope everybody had a good February. I hope everybody is motivated and ready to get into March with a good positive attitude. A lot of different things going on this month. And, let's do what we got to do. But yeah, so anyways, we're almost to the weekend. I was only going to do 1 episode this week, and I decided, fuck it. I'm going to do another one, and I'm going to do as many as I want, because fuck it. Why not? And, I'll get on some really strict schedule here in the near future. But this is just stuff that I wanted to go over today while I was thinking about it. We live in a world where it's moving fast, man. So if I don't catch something today, I might not think about it tomorrow. So I was like, to hell with it. I'm just going to take some time. I was off, and I'm going to record. You are a reflection of what you do in your free time, right? So I am really tempted to jump on my PS4 right now and play with my squad, my boys, who play Fortnite with me, and some other games like Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, which if you have not played that yet, check it out. It's fun as fuck. But yeah, so I'm going to get to that later. I was like, let me just record real quick. Get some stuff out there again, because we're starting to hit a lot of platforms, guys. I really appreciate anybody who's checked out this podcast on Spotify. I would like to announce that we are now on SoundCloud as well. So that's pretty cool, right? I still do. I use SoundCloud for music. I use SoundCloud for other podcasts like Double Toasted. If you've not ever checked out Double Toasted, please do yourself a favor. Check those guys out. They're awesome. They do movie reviews and so much more. That's probably the worst pitch I could have ever gave those guys, but I'm sure this is not going to be the last time I talk about them. So, go check them out. They're on YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes, which iTunes is still giving me fits. So I'll keep you guys updated on that when I get on iTunes. Don't know why that's so complicated. But yeah, anyways, we're on SoundCloud. I put episode 1 and 2 on there. And thank you for y'all who have listened to both of those. And, let me know. That's just, you don't know how encouraging that is. I set the goal for February to have at least 1 episode. something out there, something other than the whole plotting and scheming and the whole learning aspect of it, which comes with anything new. But I was just wanting to really get something out there, and I just kind of wung it, and I'm like just letting this kind of evolve on its own, and with y'all's feedback, I'm really gonna shape it. But I was just tired of trying to overthink something to the point where I wasn't doing anything. So, for February, we got 2 episodes out. I hope you guys enjoyed them. If you didn't, that's even cool too, because I want to know. I want to know why. And so check us out on SoundCloud and Spotify. You just search Wave Podcast. Should pop up. Should. If it doesn't, try different words, I guess, even though I don't think it would come up. Anyways, So before I get started on my little spiel for this episode, just remember that we're on Instagram at wavepodcastz. We do have a Twitter account now too. It's wave_podcasts, plural, with an S. It should be. They all have the same imagery, pictures and stuff. So you should know when you found the right one. And if there are others out there, please screenshot that shit so I can see it and be like, oh crap, someone's copying me. Just kidding. Or am I? But anyways, so yeah, check us out on Spotify, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter. Not sure about Facebook yet. We'll get to that later. I'm not cool with Facebook. But everything else for the most part. So anyways, yeah. So that's how you can contact us and connect with us. And stay up to date with episodes and all sorts of stuff involving Wave Podcast. And please. And on top of all that, if you want to email us with comments, questions, concerns, or just any kind of positive or negative feedback, it's helpful at this stage. So you can email us at wavepodcastz with a Z at gmail.com, and that's all one word. So no space, no underscore, nothing. So yeah, that's how you can reach us. I really want to hear from y'all. I want to be I want to have these conversations with you. This is not just a me thing. This is not just a me and my friends thing. This is an us thing, and everybody, so whoever's listening, I want to hear from you. And your opinions on the shit I talk about and the stuff that we, tell y'all and go over and talk about and express. I want you guys to, bounce back with us. So check us out over there. But so anyways, it's Thursday, and some cool shit happened today. Something real quick, so I can go ahead and get it out of the way. But if you guys know me, I love the Marvel movies. I love comic books, all that geeky, cool shit that's pretty mainstream now all of a sudden, which, what a time to be alive in a weird way. As crazy as the world is and seems now, it's really cool to have all this geek culture being all out there for everybody, So anyways, Avengers Infinity War, the movie I've basically been waiting 10 years for, since Iron Man in 2008. It's coming out, or was coming out in May, the first week of May, I think, May 4th. And it was announced today that they moved it just a week earlier, but April 27th. So we're in March, so next month is Infinity War. I'm so fucking excited. I'm going to have a holiday. I'm going to take that whole weekend off. I'm going to try to watch all 17, 18, 19, whatever plus Marvel films before leading up to that from in order. I think everybody should. Not all the Marvel movies are perfect. Some are way better than others, obviously. But they're all enjoyable. So, it wouldn't be a pain to, start from the beginning and go all the way to Infinity War when it comes out on April 27th. So less than 2 months away. It's crazy, man. It was just cool that they pushed it ahead. I think it's because of all the movies coming out in May. You know, I mean, that's still owned by Disney. So you have the Solo, a Star Wars story that comes out, Deadpool 2, some other shit comes out in May. You know, it's the beginning of the summer blockbuster season. So they're going to have so many different movies and even some of their own out there. So, you know, they probably were like, hey, let's get this out a little bit earlier, as well as like it will all come out at the same time around the world. So there won't be spoilers and all that shit. And they probably know there's going to be some spoiler talk going on. So yeah, excited. I'm just, you know, the closer the better, really. I'm starting to see like all the advertisements and merchandise and stuff for Infinity War. And I, you know, just saw Black Panther a week or two ago, and I really enjoyed that. And I thought that was really good. So I'm excited. And why wouldn't you be? It's going to be like 40 plus superheroes on the same screen. I mean, I remember the feeling I got when I watched Avengers, the first one. Just seeing Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Hulk, all those, you know, heroes on the same screen was mind-blowing, man. That was some shit that you just didn't think would ever transpire or happen. So just to finally see it was really cool. And I've just been, I consider myself very lucky to grow up in a time and day and age where these movies are not only coming out, because we had superhero movies before, but I mean, the way they connected them and the way they've just been really good. They've just been really good. And now they're kind of experimenting and they're allowing creative freedoms to a lot more directors, where I know like on Ant-Man, there was like the only director hiccup, and, you know, that was over creative differences and stuff. Because, you know, Marvel's got this idea, they got this plan probably. So they try to get their directors to, you know, fall in line. But, you know, I think now, especially with movies like Guardians of the Galaxy and Black Panther and stuff, where they've had just these, they've given these directors the control and creative ability to just kind of do whatever they want in a way, right? But kind of let their vision become a reality. So that's cool. And so I'm excited. And the Russo brothers, who directed Winter Soldier, which was one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Marvel movies for some reason. It probably won't be. Avengers will always be my favorite just because of what it was, but like the spectacle. But Winter Soldier blew me away. Like, what a way to take a hero like Captain America and make him pretty cool. Like, in this day and age, a man who's like dressed as like American flag pretty much and carries a shield. I mean, in modern day too, that's pretty crazy, but it was badass. So yeah, so I'm excited about that. I saw that today when I was walking through Target, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And just like a smile just immediately popped up on my face. So I'm excited. So April 27th, we'll be able to finally indulge in Infinity War. And that'll probably be one of the movies that I go see over and over again. Then I haven't done that with a movie in a very long time. I can't even remember the last movie I saw multiple times in a theater. What about you? What was the last movie, if any? Have you ever gone and seen a movie more than once? Like, and not just because you're gonna go see it with other people, that counts too, but because you were like, dude, I really like this movie, I want to see it again. You know, I'm excited for Ragnarok. That's coming back, coming out on Blu-ray this month, so we got that to look forward to in March. So I'm gonna watch that again, and I'll probably just do a review for it, since I wasn't doing this when it came out in theaters. But yeah, man. So yeah, Avengers Infinity War, it's all coming together, and it'll be here in April, which is awesome. What else, man? Oh, so I decided to do something in March, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about like solely on my life, personal stuff right here. But, you know, I was like talking to a friend the other day, like a couple weeks ago, and he was just telling me about how he was like, hey man, I'm going to change like my eating habits. I'm going to start running. Or he was doing this when we were talking, like, he's like, yeah, I already started running. I'm cutting out all that bullshit, all that fast food and stuff, and I'm wanting to slim out. I'm tired of being the big dude. And we've been friends for a long time, so, and we've both been pretty big dudes. So I felt, like, hey man, I hear you. I've fluctuated in weight over the years. Growing up and playing football, and when I was in the military and before the military, and even now after, like, my size and weight has always been a little different now. But so I was hearing him, and I was like, man, that's awesome, dude. I don't know, throughout us talking about it just motivated me, and I was like, dude, okay, I can't let you get all skinny on me and I'm just gonna stay the same. Because before the holidays, I was going to the gym pretty regularly, and I think a little bit overdoing it, because I think I fucked up something. But because I was going like 5-6 days a week and just really no solid routine, probably overdoing some workouts and shit. But anyway, so I kind of slacked off since. But I was like, yeah, I need to do something. So for March, I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna cut out all that fast food shit. I'm gonna go as green as I can. So I'm like, right now I'm drinking a Island Green smoothie from Tropical Smoothie Cafe. It's got like kale and all sorts of stuff that I don't usually eat. And it's crazy. I mean, that's something we're taught when we're younger. It's like the food pyramid, and here's the stuff that's good for you, and here's the stuff that's not. And for some reason, we live in a weird world where most of the stuff that's good for you doesn't taste as good. It's the stuff that's bad for you. And I think, like, that's always been my struggle. I've associated food and eating with pleasure, like, I wanted something because it tastes good. And I've never really been able to discipline myself in just eating for energy, or just eating to just not be hungry and just, but it's always been like, I want something from Taco Bell. I want something quick, easy. I've never been much of a cook. Never been much of grocery shopping, because it's like, I don't know, I've gotten in a mode. I don't know if you guys can relate, but it's hard to spend money on things that you don't need exactly right now. Like, so you go to grocery shopping, I can go and I can grab a meal that I want like that moment, but to buy and spend money on food that I'm not even, gonna have right now until like later, maybe even weeks, is kind of like, it's kind of hard for me. I don't know why. It's just how I am. I'm trying to get better at it. But anyway, so I'm gonna try to do green in March. And the reason why I'm telling you is, this is something that I think we all go through. When it comes to our physical appearance or just health in general, there's a lot of stuff out there that we do probably on a regular basis that's not like technically good for us or our health or our appearance. I mean, if you really care about that sort of thing, that, in this age of information, I just don't feel like we have an excuse anymore for doing those things in a way that we do them like we didn't know, like just doing them as often. And I don't think it's wrong or bad to have some fast food or something on circumstances like you're traveling and stuff, vacations or stuff, or you literally just worked all day or night and you're like on the way home, you're like, fuck, I'm not cooking. Let me pick up something to eat from fucking McDonald's or something. Hey, look, that's on you. And I've done that, and I do that. So look, anything I'm saying, I'm not guilty. I'm not already guilty of, you feel me? So I'm not coming from this higher plane of existence or anything. I'm not. So anyways, I'm just saying, like, hey, this is what I plan to do for just this month, maybe that will build some momentum, and I can carry that momentum and just change my diet and lifestyle, and keep it that way. Because, usually when I have taken out that stuff, I've actually felt better. Like, I know that, I mean, it's pretty common sense, but it's crazy. We've gotten so used to just all this bad stuff for us. It doesn't really taste bad. I mean, I don't eat shit if it doesn't taste good, but if it's quick and easy and cheap, sometimes that's like, okay, you got me. But yeah, so anyways, I'm just encouraging you. I don't know what you look like, what your health is like, what your eating habits are like, or any of your habits. I don't know you. Some of you who are listening, I do, but look, I'm talking to everybody. Use this month. I like to use like the beginning of the week. I like to use like the first of a month or something, like just to kind of go, okay, I can like put it in this container. So for this month, whatever I did in February, I did. Whatever I ate, whatever I did or didn't do, hey, that's the past now. Now we are in the now, in the future. Okay, so take the opportunity to like just take something out that you just know that you probably shouldn't be doing. You know, try to wean off of it, or you know, just do something more. You know, drink more water. You know, cook more at home. Try more vegetables. Try more fruits. Like simple shit that they fucking tell kids. I feel like now as adults, we have to tell each other and ourselves. We got to remind ourselves, like, yo, remember, we're not supposed to be eating this all the time. Let's eat this. So yeah, like I'm gonna try. You know, my intentions are good, and I hope that you guys who hear this can hold me accountable, as I will hold you accountable if you ever needed me to. You know. But yeah, like I want to start feeling healthy. I want to start feeling good, and I want to start looking in the mirror and looking good. Like, you know, love yourself. That is a message that is really important. And to be yourself, but you can't be yourself unless you love yourself, right? Nobody wants to be what they hate, but I'm not saying if you hate, there's some things about myself, I'm sure I could, admit to saying I hate that about me. A lot of things, like I procrastinate. I do a lot of things, like probably not in the best way, but I'm aware of that, and you got to be honest with yourself. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm just being honest, and I'm going, okay, I have some shit eating habits, and I could probably look better than I do, feel better than I do, if I were just to eliminate and not do this thing this kind of way. I mean, that's so easy, right? And it's not even like it's asking me to do more or try something very new that I have nothing, no knowledge about. It's literally just stop doing this. Like it's the opposite of action. You're actually like not taking any action. You're not eating at those things. So yeah, so I'm going to try to find some substitutes. If anybody has any ideas for some good healthy meals that I can try to whip up at home that aren't crazy, and just keep it simple. But yeah, look, take that time this month to try to do something. As we get older, I know I'm gonna sound like an old head, but you just gotta start taking care of your body. Like in the last episode, I'm talking about Kevin Smith. Like he was like, hey man, I lost all that weight. I was walking, I'm doing stuff, and still something happened to him. There's things that you probably, if you don't know like your genetics and what your family carries and what's weakness and strength, I highly encourage that you take the time to talk to family and relatives and ask them like, yo, do we got an issue with this? Is this a thing that I need to look out for? And start doing something if you can. Not everybody's circumstances are the same, but if you can, really make an effort to try. You'll be surprised, and just take it one day at a time. Like today is March 1st at like 6 p.m. somewhere around there. So I've gone through the whole day without fast food. I mean, you might go like, dude, that's crazy. Like you're telling me you can't go a whole day? Look, man, it's sometimes it's like either a lunch or a dinner. You feel me? So look, I'm taking it one day at a time. So hey, I'm encouraging you, do it. I mean, in this day and age, how ignorant are we when we know something's wrong for us and yet we do it anyways? I mean, that just sounds crazy. It was kind of like with the Tide Pod thing. Like my biggest thing was like, yo, these people, they had the ability for the most part to Google things like, is this bad for me? Should I eat this? Should I do this? What happens when this happens? And now, for the most part, you don't even have to type anymore. You can just say it like, hey, Google, what's this? Hey, you can talk to one of those smart devices and then you get the answer and then you don't do it. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. You learn from experience, or if nobody told you and they didn't know, then you wouldn't know either. I mean, that's just how it goes. So there's so much. I mean, and it sucks. Sometimes you have to scare yourself. Like when I was trying to quit nicotine and tobacco and stuff, I had to scare myself. I had to like look at images of like mouth cancer and shit like that and just kind of go, whoa, like even if I don't let this happen to me, over time it's gonna fuck with me. And then over time something's bound to happen. I mean, really, if I walk into traffic every day, once a day, and even if like for 99 days I don't fucking get hit by a car, there's going to be one, on that 100th day, I could still get hit by the car. And it's just like, yo, I just don't want to walk in traffic. All right. That doesn't sound like my cup of tea. Okay. So yeah. So hey, it doesn't have to be crazy or dramatic, but I always do better when I have people encouraging me and keeping me accountable. And then when they're working on something, I mean, you're kind of leading by example, right? Nobody likes somebody to go like, hey, man, you shouldn't do that. And A, they've never experienced what you're going through. Or B, they're not doing anything that they need to work on. So you're kind of like, dude, who are you to fucking tell me, And so, yeah. Do something good in March. Do something good. Take out some bad and insert some good, okay? It wouldn't hurt. It won't. I mean, that's facts. That's facts. But anyways, moving on to a couple other things because we're like coming up on that 30-minute mark. There's a YouTube video of a clip from The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon that you guys should watch. It's got Chadwick Boseman, the actor and star of Black Panther. It's one of those cool videos where Jimmy Fallon brought Chadwick Boseman. I'm going to say his name like a couple different ways. But he hid him behind like this like poster of Black Panther, and fans were coming up and they were like, hey, what would you like to say? And they were like pouring out their hearts and just, showing their how grateful and how awesome the film was and all this stuff. And then he would come around and surprise them. And that was so cool. I mean, I really encourage that you, I know I've been encouraging you to do a lot of stuff. You don't have to listen to a thing I say. Do what you want to. But look, I mean, I like things that give me some good vibes and kind of motivate me to do something for others other than myself. Like, that's kind of how the God's Plan video affected me by Drake, where he was like blowing that $1 million on like schools, buying people cars, groceries, all sorts of stuff, changing the culture and how people handle fame or just fortune, just doing for others, trying to help each other out. I mean, in hard times, I think we all go through them. There's a lot of times where you go like, damn, nobody cares about me. Like, nobody's doing anything to help me. Like, I'm on my own. Like there's that Kendrick Lamar in his last album. There's like these interludes or some parts where it's like he and other voices are saying like, hey, nobody's praying for me. Nobody's praying for me. And sometimes it can feel that way, So it's just really good to see, especially with all the bullshit that we get on a daily basis from the news, the stuff going on in our world, and how we have our phones, and that shit is like, you can't avoid it no more. That's why the idea of, roughing it is so attractive probably these days. But, what else was I going to say about that? Oh yeah. Well, anyways, so like, yeah, check out that video. It was really cool. It was really, just gave me some good vibes. It was just the impact that movie's had on so many people is nothing but a good thing. And if people are mad about it, fuck you. That's how I feel. I don't care. I think, I'm not going to get too deep into things today, but, I think it's just like, it was an important movie. And it was a good movie too. And, I'm sure the people that, saw it and, you know, really been looking forward to that movie and that kind of movie, we're pleased. And what a cool thing to see a star, you know, like a role model icon to so many people come face to face to you and just like surprise you like that. It's crazy. You know, Jimmy's all about like doing some cool stuff like that. So, you know, I like Jimmy. So yeah, go check that out. It's on YouTube. It's like, it's probably under the Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show page or something. But yeah, so that was good stuff. What else did I want to talk about before I got off? Oh man, that's another thing. I'm trying to get away from. The biggest thing is, even when things don't taste that good, you're just like, yeah, it's good for me. And I'm not doing this because it's, you know, pleasure and enjoyment. Like even on the freaking cup, it says eat better, feel better. Oh my God. It's so simple. I swear, life is so simple. We make it so complicated though. So we got to change that, you know. We're living in an age, and especially my generation, with so much anxiety, so much stress. And it's so weird because other generations will look at us and be like, oh, well, why are you so stressed? You have everything so easy. I think that's just prone to happen. Everybody who comes before, who's, you know, is going to think that the others that come after them have it made. You know, we're going to do the same thing as we get older. You'll see. I've already started to catch myself doing that. But yeah, there's a couple more things. Don't worry, I'm not gonna suck up any more of your time, for real. But I enjoy talking about this shit. I hope you guys enjoy listening, and I want to hear from you. You know, if you like talking about this shit too. So, you know, remember, email us at wavepodcastz. Oh my God, I can't even say it. Wavepodcastz with a Z, not a S, like Dragon Ball Z. It's like a Z, all right, at gmail.com. Just email us, okay? Or hit us up on the IG or the Twitter. But yeah, so me and my boys, we've been playing Fortnite. Have you guys heard of Fortnite? If they didn't have a battle royale mode, you probably wouldn't have heard of Fortnite. Not many people really know that Fortnite, before it got popular, was just like this like base defense game. I think I haven't bought it. I never got it, but it was just like, it was a whole nother thing before. And then they saw Players Unknown Battleground come out, you know, PUBG. They did the battle royale, the 100 people dropping from the sky, landing on the island, you know, last one survive wins. They added a free mode, and it was free, and it's free to play and free to download. You can spend money on it, but you don't have to. But me and my boys, man, we play that almost every other night. Every night, I don't know, at some point, I have to jump on. And it's so crazy because it has become so popular, but it is so fun. And it's addicting, and it pisses me the fuck off. I don't think there's a video game out there that I'm just like super good and gifted and talented at, and just can destroy and really conquer against anybody. Nah, there's nothing out there. So I mean, I do it for fun, especially when you play with friends. You're just having a good time. I mean, there's also like the competitive part of it, but you know, I don't get super competitive when it comes to that. But the game, it's that 100 free for all. Pretty much, you can do solos, duos, squads, which is 4 people, and then they have other game modes. But you know, it's pretty much 100 people dropping on an island. You can build, you can destroy, you can pick up guns, and it's all about, you know, the area gets smaller, and you got to be the last ones to survive. And for a free to play game, it's been doing pretty good. I buy the battle pass, and that's like $10. That's about it, but that allows you to like unlock shit and all that stuff. And I'm just explaining this to the people who don't know what Fortnite is. I'm sure some of you do, and you're like, dude, shut up, I already know. But so yeah, we've been playing that, man. But man, that game pisses me off. And you're like, well, dude, why are you still playing it? It's like, yeah, but the wins are so rewarding, and I think that's what works for it, but also like works against it is, you can either land and die like immediately, or you can spend your whole game and die at the last second or win. Or if you're in a squad and you play with someone like my friend Jordy, you'll just be dead watching him play. Pretty much he plays solo in a squad match the whole time. So yeah, but hey man, shout out to Jordy, shout out to the whole squad. They're all good. They carry me through to a lot of dubs. And for you who don't know what a dub is, it's just basically a win. Okay. But anyways, yeah, if you guys haven't played Fortnite, check that out. Download it. It's free to play. You don't even need PlayStation Plus, which is like the Xbox Live for PlayStation, where you can play with your friends and stuff online. Yeah, check that out. But man, play a little too much. That's why I'm like, all right, man, I gotta like discipline myself, that's one of those things where I gotta do less of and more of something else. But I have fun, and it's a cool way to, hang out, talk, and bullshit with your friends, especially when you get older and people are all spread out and stuff. It's a good way to kind of get that socialization in and, have a good time and just shoot the shit. So yeah, check it out. What else? Oh, so yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Fortnite. Have you played it? If not, you should download it. It's free. It's fun. It's crazy. Check out that Chadwick Boseman YouTube video of him on Jimmy. That was cool. Remember, Infinity War comes out on April 27th. And what else? Oh yeah, going green in March, yo. So, wish me luck. Okay. And yeah, so got us on SoundCloud. You can still check us out on Spotify and Libsyn, which kind of gets lost in the sauce, but that's the hosting site that I go through. But SoundCloud is free as well. They do have a premium membership, but yeah, that's up to you. And YouTube coming soon. That shit takes a long time to upload a video, and I don't got that like awesome internet. I'm working with what I got. And that's another thing, yo. Don't think you need more than you already have. You sometimes you just got to work with what you got. Because if you're waiting for you're just making excuses, and you're never going to have that perfect, all the stars align. Okay. So trust me, I'm trying to work on it. I still do it today with different things like, I don't feel like recording. I'm actually kind of like not in a talkative mood. Fuck that. Just got to do what you got to do, Sometimes you're going to want to do it. Sometimes you're not. But hey. But yeah, so I'm going to start doing some kind of reactions to like different trailers. Not like you're going to hear the audio or anything, but just I'm going to watch it and I'm going to sit down and record. I'm going to probably post like short ones on Anchor, which is a free app on the App Store. That is a good way to connect and share like podcast content, stuff like that. But I'll also do that on YouTube. I'm going to spread all this out. I'm going to try to hit every platform with everything. But trailers, music, like album reviews, song reviews in a way. Not really reviews, but just kind of like, oh man, I just heard this new song. It was really good. Movies, video games, all that good stuff. And shows. So I'm gonna that's like I was speaking on earlier on Thor Ragnarok. I want to watch that again once I get it on Blu-ray and DVD. And watch it again and then like record that night and kind of tell you guys what I thought, on the second viewing especially. But yeah, what else is it? Oh yeah, man, it's so if you like the intros, cool. I'm finding these all around. If you have any suggestions, hit me up. I'm gonna start doing an intro and an outro. And if you heard the intro already, which I have not picked out while I record this, but I'm sure it's gonna be dope, fire, and it's gonna be awesome and get you hyped. I hope you guys are enjoying that. And if you're not, I'm sorry. Maybe one day you'll like one of the songs that is the intro. And I'm kind of would like to offer the opportunity for underground artists, people who have stuff, if they want to jump on the intro or the outro, let me know. Email me. And also look forward to, as well as not only YouTube, but like on all my content and stuff, I'm going to take more time to put like time spots, like chapters where you can skip ahead and get to certain topics, as now I'm kind of getting more on like here are the things I'm going to talk about. And I'll try to go ahead and give you guys a heads up at the beginning of the shows from now on like what I'm going to discuss, so you can know to check in or check out, because I know not everything's going to interest everybody. And that's just life, man. You got too much to do, too little time. And remember, it's not how you spend your money, it's how you spend your time. That is what really matters. But if you spend that money to invest in a way to spend your time, I guess that works. But look, we're not going to get there. It's all about balance. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for episode 3. We kind of went close to 40, if not over, especially with the outro. So hey, man, if you enjoyed it, cool. If you didn't, cool. Remember to email us, follow us on Twitter, follow us on IG, Instagram, and listen to us on Spotify and SoundCloud and iTunes coming soon. Let's have a good month, guys and girls. I hope nobody gets, that's just the way I talk. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, checking this out. Please spread the word. More content coming soon. So watch how you speak on my name. Peace.